Must I be your skin tone to be Italian? Because if I came and told you that I was French, you'd probably believe me. Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alessia and I post videos about fashion, lifestyle and beauty every week. Grab yourself a cup of tea and some biscuits. But before I start, please make sure to follow me on my Instagram account where I do fashion posts. So I do your outfits of the day, your lookbooks, I do styling videos, and I also do makeup tutorials. So if you like all of that stuff and you like white aesthetics, then you'll definitely like my feed and you'll like my profile. So definitely go and make sure to, go and follow me on there. So stick with me on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, as that would help me a lot. So in Italy, if two foreign people, so two non-Italian people, have a kid in Italy, their child doesn't get the citizenship straight away. Their child is not considered Italian. They are considered still foreign like the parents. So let's say two Nigerian people come to Italy, have a kid, their kid is Nigerian, is not seen Italian. Only by when they get to the age of 18 can they go and ask to get their Italian citizenship. Now with me is different because I'm mixed. My mom is Nigerian, my dad is Italian, and because my dad recognized me as his own daughter, I obviously got his surname and I got the Italian citizenship, and therefore on paper I'm Italian. When I go to England, people commend me for my good English. They will ask me where I'm from, and when I say Italian, no more questions are asked. In Italy, in their head, most people, I don't say everybody, there are obviously some more open-minded people there, but for most people, an Italian person is one that looks Italian. You know, the very typical Mediterranean Italian person. And I don't quite fit in with that, being mixed. But when an Italian person will come and ask me, where are you from? And I say Italian, they will literally go to me and say, wait, no, but for real, where are you from? Must I be your skin tone to be Italian? Because if I came and told you that I was French, you'd probably believe me. In Italy, there's also this really bad habit. They either think that I'm mixed, they either think that I am Cuban, Dominican, that when a girl that's foreign, she could be either Eastern European or she could be from black descent. When you're standing on the road by yourself, there'll be cars stopping, thinking that you are, that you work on the streets, that you're like a prostitute. I know that most do, and that's not their fault because there's actually a whole bad circle behind that, which maybe I will do a video in the future to explain, as I've known some people that had to go through all of that. I don't have anything against people that do that job. Even on certain aspects, I even commend them that they can, go through with it, but I've never done that job before, and I hate it that when somebody assumes things about me. But going to the actual juice of the story, Friday last week I was taking the bus from Brescia to come back home. We have these kind of shops that are called tabaccheria, and it's basically where you guys go and either buy cigarettes, you can buy like bingo tickets, to win money. You can buy like your odd sweet, you can buy some school things. Literally, it's like a small shop where you can buy loads of stuff, and you can also buy things like newspaper articles. In town, on that Friday afternoon, they were all closed. So there was nowhere for me to actually go and buy a bus ticket. The bus driver was really young, he must have been in his 30s. And I just asked him, could I please have 2 bus tickets? And I was expecting to get in the normal bus ticket. Instead, he asked me €7, so $3.50 each ticket. And then he gave me a different ticket. Now, I didn't stay there too much to ask questions because obviously he was ready to drive off. So I decided to go and sit myself down with my mom. Now, my mom had a look at the ticket, and the ticket did not say any price because the ticket looked exactly like different. But it could have been that maybe it was a different ticket if you bought the ticket on the bus. We were looking at the ticket very well. There was no price. It wasn't explained well. It looked completely different. And what I've noticed was that there was a man also behind us that when I sat on the bus, I was seeing facing my way. And I could see that in his hand, he was holding the ticket that I needed for that bus ride. So that kind of irritated me. And me and my mom were looking at each other and we're like, well, he asked us for €7 and this is the ticket. So I decided to stand up. I took both tickets. I went to him and I was like, look, these tickets don't seem like anything I ever got before. There's no price on it or whatever. He was like, oh, I don't know how there's no price on it. Like, the tickets are directly to be used with that company. So even if you're a bus driver, you know how the tickets work. So I definitely did not buy that answer. And I insisted, and I was like, well, you know, this is not the right ticket. Like, there's no price on it. How can you tell me that what you've charged me is the actual price for the ticket? And then he suddenly changed his mind and he was like, no, I don't want no troubles. Like, I don't want troubles at all. So instead of giving me the €7 back, he just gave me a £5 back and kept €2 with him. He took the tickets from my hand and basically I went back to sit down. Taking the tickets out of my hand would mean that if the bus stopped because controllers came to check that everyone had a ticket, without proof of having a ticket, I would run the risk of getting fined. But fortunately that didn't happen. So I just sat there, and my mom, who was facing a little mirror that the bus driver kept looking where I was sat, as if he was kind of waiting for me to leave because he didn't want trouble, like he said. How is it that the man that was behind me, who, let me clarify, was an Italian man, a Caucasian man, how come did he get the right ticket? I don't know how much he paid for it, but how come did he get the right ticket? And I obviously took the number plate, the car plate of the bus, and I also checked the time that I arrived so that I could trace back. And as soon as I went home, I wrote an email straight away to the company telling them basically how disgusted I was with the whole service, because something like that shouldn't have happened. Now, they do have cameras on the bus, so, you know, if anything does happen, it doesn't just protect them. In theory, it's supposed to protect me. Like, their controllers that work for them are very easy to fine you when you don't have a ticket. They don't care about your economic situation. They don't care whether you know Italian or not, or you don't know the rules. They will just fine you without thinking about it. So I did write an email, and I basically wrote the whole situation. I told them how disgusted I was, and I told them also that I'm pretty sure that stuff like this is happening not just with this one bus driver, but with other ones. And actually the man was very quick to write me back, and I wrote this Friday evening, and yesterday evening I got my answer. The director basically initially apologized and said that he wants to know more about the situation, and he left me his number. Now today is Tuesday, I have not called him yet, so I will make a part 2 to this video. I wasn't expecting it. Most times companies like this, they will never answer you. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a very kind of depressing, annoying topic to talk about, but I feel like there should be a little bit more awareness. But yeah, I'm not always like this on my channel, so please make sure to subscribe and also, you know, follow me on my Instagram account.